Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that enter into Islam completely, perfectly, and Allah said there is religion with Allah is Islam, and Allah said whoever accept any other religion except Islam, then Allah will not accept from him on the day of judgment, and he will be among the losers. And the meaning of Islam is to follow the commandments of Allah. It is easy for anyone to say, I believe in Allah and I worship Allah and I pray to Allah, but I don't like to obey Allah. Then Allah is not going to accept you. Because the meaning to say, I believe in God and I pray to God and I praise to God, but I don't like to obey Him, then Allah is not going to accept your praise and your believing in Him or your worshipping Him. Because worshipping is not that you just worship some part of the day or a part of a week or part of a month or sometime in the year, and you said, I am a worshipper and I pray God, but rest of your life you are free from His slavery or from His bondship or from His being His servant or His slave to follow His commandments. Because that's meaning of being the Islam. That when you say that you are Muslim or your religion is Islam, it means to say you are a 24-hour slave of God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That whatever He commands, you have to follow this. You need to wake up on a certain time in early morning, 4, 5 o'clock, to pray Fajr, to pray. And then you have a daytime to work from morning, or even your breakfast, you need to look for the food which is according to the command of Allah and not against His command. And then you have to work and you look for the job or income which is according to the command of Allah. You cannot sell alcohol, you cannot work for a gambling casino, you cannot work for a stock exchange because it is also a gambling, you cannot work in a bank because it is riba, interest or charging money on interest. You cannot sell anything which is prohibited. You cannot sell a pig or the pork. You cannot sell things which is forbidden by God. You can only sell the things which is lawful by God. That is your work. That is your job. The company you work, your company should not be cheating people or should not be stealing the money of the people or should not be dealing in interest or gambling, but rather is a clean business. And then when you are doing your lunch, you need to look for the halal food. Halal food means the animal should be slaughtered to remove the blood. It is free from the blood, and there should be no pork meat there. And it should not be contaminated with alcohol. You cannot drink alcohol. You need to look for your halal drink. You can drink juice or the milk or whatever else which is lawful, but you cannot drink alcohol. You cannot drink the dirty water, but you need to drink the clean water. So these are the guidelines that you need to follow. Then at the daytime, while even you are working or you are busy, you need to pray the Zohar on time, noon time. And then you have to pray afternoon, the Asr. And you have to continue your work and you can finish your work, example, in the late afternoon, then you have to still pray Maghrib on time. And then you can have dinner or you can dinner after Isha, then you have to pray Isha. When everything is dark, when it is complete night, then you have to pray Isha. Then in 1 year, there is a month when you are not allowed to eat and drink whole day. And this is the month of Ramadan. And then you have your income is good, you are good enough, then you need to part of that income give to the poor. So this is all the system of obedience to Allah. We need to take care of our parents, we need to take care of our wives and our children and our brothers, sisters, relatives, neighbors, friends, and those who are under us, those who are working with us. We need to take care of them. These are the guidelines that which we need to follow for the sake of Allah. Then we can say, yeah, I not just believe in Allah, but I follow commands of Allah. To believe in Allah is one thing, but to follow His commandments, it's to comply that you really believe that there is God, you believe because you follow His commandments. For example, a son called to tell to his father, my father, you are a very good father, you are a very good man, you looks very good, and I praise you, and I praise your status, and I praise your how you look, and I always respect you, and I always say good words about you. And the father said, son, give me the glass of water. I am sorry, I cannot obey you. Then what the father will do with him? A simple glass of water he cannot give to his father. And he say, I love you, father. I praise you. I say good words about you. But when father say, son, come, I need you. You can do this. I command you do this. And the son said, no, I cannot do it, Lord. I cannot obey you. Then the father is not going to encourage this kind of son. Rather, he will be disappointed with this kind of son who is not obeying him. So Allah is going to love us when we obey him. But if we say, no, I don't like to obey, but I believe in God, then God doesn't need you because he wants obedience. He wants the obedient slave. So that is the meaning of being a Muslim, that you obey the commands of Allah and not to disobey him. May Allah guide us.